which you are a part of. You've seen the kind of exchanges at funerals and church services over the past 1 week or so. And that's how we're starting the new year. There are serious challenges that need to be addressed, yet these platforms have not provided the kind of space for that kind of discussion. The kind of discussion we're seeing at that level is more divisive than should be expected. Should that be the way to start this new year?
From my perspective, Fred and Kenyans watching me, first of all, Happy New Year. And we have a lot to thank God for as Kenyans. The only problem is that what is good doesn't make news in Kenya. What is bad or inflammatory makes news. But the truth of the matter is that we started last year, 2024, with a discussion on debt. Debt is no longer on the table. We have a lot to thank God because the economy has been managed in such a manner that we are not having headlines saying debt crisis. We have a lot to thank God for in the sector of agriculture. And agriculture, we now have stock, in NCBP, critical supplies so that we are not looking at Kenya facing hunger today. We have a lot to thank for God because of the image Kenya has carried. I have been here on this show talking about the parliament in South Africa, the African Parliament. I've talked about how our president has positioned this nation in Africa and in the world stage. We have a lot to thank God for the jobs that our people have managed. Those who have pursued jobs opportunity abroad, they have managed to get through the government efforts. We have a lot to thank God for the blue economy. Before President Ruto came to the stage, nobody used to talk about us in the coast or the lake region, what fish can do, what our fishermen were supposed to be getting out of that rich economy. Now we have a lot of BMUs, these are beach management units, a lot of young men earning from the economy in the blue economy. And I can tell you, even the digital economy has picked up. I was at home to open the innovation, youth innovation conference in Tana River County. And a lot of young people are getting employed in the digital economy. Now, I wanted to tell Kenyans that before we start on the negative, we have to, first of all, go to God and say thank you for this and that and the other. And then for the challenges that we have, which we surely always have as a country, I'd like to say that these challenges are part and parcel of the democratic space that we have created in this country, which I'm very proud of. A lot of my friends in Uganda, in Tanzania, where you are mentioning, Ethiopia and so on, when we meet in the African Parliament, they keep telling us that we wish, but we are in a different situation. So I want to say this and repeat this, Fred, that when we are wishing Kenyans a Happy New Year, when I wish my family a Happy New Year, my wife and my children, I remind them what God has done for us this year and what we can build on. The negative rhetoric will continue. The negative challenges we have will continue. But I want to encourage Kenyans to start seeing that the programs that as a government we have started this year, the last year, the problems and all these difficulties, it's going to be a better year because the beginnings are always difficult. But as time goes on and people adapt, things become better. So I believe whatever the politicians are saying and whatever, the government is on the right direction in terms of the economy, in terms of production in the agricultural sector, in terms of the digital economy, blue economy. And if we get it right, if we continue on that projectile, I think, for example, we have a very effective treasury boss now, my friend Buddy. I think if we keep pushing in the right direction, we have to agree. Criticism will be there. It's part of our life. It's part of our very vibrant democracy. But our country is going on the right direction. And this year, and I'll tell you, Fred, because at the end of the year, we'll be, God willing, sitting here to review the year. I will tell you this, that in second years of any elections, be it in the States, be it here, they are very difficult years. Third year is when you start seeing fruits of policies that have been put in place. So I want to wish Kenyans a very good year. I believe it's going to be better than last year. I believe there will be a payoff for some of the policies, like I have already mentioned. And I think Kenyans truly who are putting effort on the ground, who are on the farms, who are with their animals, who are on their factories, who are making applications, I think we are going to be better this year.
And I think you're just among the few voices that are very optimistic about what's happening, what is going to happen, and what is ahead of Kenyans. Yet there's a lot of pain currently, especially